Hello, welcome to Lost Opal Tarot. I'm your host, Opal, your charioteer on the path to the higher self. That is the best possible version of you. We use things like Oracle, Lenormand, Tarot, runes, osteomancy, and any other esoteric source in order to gain more insight into our lives so that we may improve as well as build ourselves up. So, with that said, why don't we get right into it so you have a sense of what happens here? Tarot cards, okay? You will see on the screen in the lower left where we do physical pulls, okay? After that, we've got a digital representation over here with some notes to help better understand what exactly is going on here, okay? Just makes everything nice and simple for everybody, I think. We'll be covering several topics today, but for the meantime, let us do a shuffle and get an actual simple basic card pull, okay? So, I just like to show everybody we do real card pulls here, okay? We do not mess with outcomes of the cards in any way. They say what they say. I have 2 questions today, and probably will be using this going forward when asked for general readings, because I really like these questions. They are, what energies are we putting out right now? Okay, first one. 6 of Wands. And then, what energies are inviting us to move forward? 4 of Cups reversed. So, just a quick general read so you guys can see a little easier. Our first card, okay? First card being the 6 of Wands. 6 in the tarot is to represent basically harmony, okay? Oh, we're still having to adjust some sound stuff, which I'm gonna do again. It's gotta be loud enough for you, but not too loud for me, you know? Which that one was just a tad too loud. So let's try this. A little louder for you, not so much for me. That should be better, I hope. So, 6 of Wands. If you look at our figure here, this individual, I mean, it looks like they're just either A, they wanna fight in the path of Wands. That does appear to be the case. The previous card is a conflict, and then immediately into victory. My notes are not super elaborate on this card. I don't feel they need to be. Victory. What else would you like to know? But if you would like to know more, I invite you to take a look at the actual card's art, and you can see in the background there's some other people marching with this figure, but they're the one wearing a wreath or a crown on their head as if they were victorious, but as well, there's a wreath on their wand, okay? Their colors, red. This person is quite literally mostly soul's fire, your passions, the spark, things like that. So, like I say, to me, not too much to talk about here. I do want to point out, though, that this doesn't have to be after a battle, okay? And not after some conflict, some struggle, not necessary. This can also, if you just look at it for face value, this is just a general celebration, right? It's not, you don't see these figures with swords and shields, okay? They're just marching off to victory, right? Looks like they've already achieved it as far as I can tell. So this is the current energy we were putting out at this moment. Afterward, what energies are inviting us forward? And man, this deck, she is very blunt, tells it like it is. So I have been spending a lot of time over the last couple days. We've been off, just mulling things over, figuring out, you know, what our goals are, what our standards are, how we're going to continue moving forward. Now I have a big old giant game plan. This invites me to, instead of crossing my arms at even current setup, to, you know, be satisfied with what we have, truly be glad we have anything at all. And I accept that is why we're here right now in this slot. This is the first late night stream, if you will, and on a Friday night. Usually I'm out on a Friday night. Not this night. We're hanging out now. So that's a general reading for me. What does yours say? Is what I want to know. How do we improve ourselves this day? What's been going on in your week? Okay, what were the struggles, the challenges we faced that we're a little unclear on how we proceed or what they might mean? Okay, things like this. I'm not a big fan of love readings. We don't really do that here. In fact, we have repurposed most of our love questions to, I hope, get our point across. The simple fact of them is most people want information about someone else. Okay? Unfortunately, that does not work that way. Hello, LU Mother, or Lou Mother, however you prefer I say it. Hi, Choo Choo. How are we? I never know if I should say hello to people who haven't said hello to us. LU. Got it. Thank you, LU Mother. It definitely feels like I'm throwing shade at somebody. 100%. Yo, LU Mother. Just me. Clearly you wanted the cue. We have to get the annoying bit out of the way, which is the ad. The first ad to get us actual pre-roll time. We're going to roll that now. Please don't bother watching as soon as we come back. Hi. Hello. Hi, Rowdy. Feel free. It's ad time, though, so feel free. Do something else. Don't watch the ad. We'll still be here. We have gone through a bunch of our spreads. Okay, this is what our love section looks like now. It was rather barren before. Okay, this software is called Obsidian. In case anybody doesn't know, it's just an excellent way to journal, I find. So, the spreads now. Okay. They will more so point us in a direction that I argue is more meaningful and beneficial to our querent. They ask questions rather than just potential together. We have more pointed questions on what is blocking, what are you learning, right? What are you manifesting, okay? Why this person has a hold on you, your patterns in love, your next aligned relationship, okay? Actual, meaningful questions, in my opinion, in matters of love. To sum it up briefly, it is important, in my opinion, rather than wondering why this person does not feel the same as you or what they think of you or anything like that, it is more important that we focus on making you shine as brightly as you possibly can, because you are a shooting star, quite literally. As far as I am concerned, you are attached to a space rock. You are a piece of integrated cosmic dust. So we may not be on a star, however, we're made of star stuff. Just saying. Important that I stress this in the future. We do not do any sort of why does, X not like me or love me anymore, or what do they think of me. That's not what this is for. So, damn, already you're posture checking me? Look, there's only so many ways to sit in the chair, So we rewrote a bunch of stuff. I have some openers and closers. I don't know, this might be helpful to someone out there. These are things that I have to do and say for different channels. So I wrote these up, right? Now while I practice them, if you will. But I think the most important thing that I have is our actual going forward schedule. Only took us a month to arrive here, eh? Going forward, Sundays, you'll notice I've labeled them crown jewel days. Sundays, we will be doing 24 pulls. 2-card pulls, the 2 questions I asked this morning, or this morning, this evening at the start of our stream, I should say. We'll be doing 24 pulls, live pulls. Okay, I will record them. They'll be pre-recorded, which I kind of hate, but they are for shorts. All right. The 24, in case you're curious, there are 12 zodiac signs. There are 12 cusps. I am a cuspy. We are intensely underrepresented, if at all, in our community. I will fix this myself for us. The shorts will only be about a minute long. There are only 12, but there are 12 additional cusps. The ones everybody forgets to even mention. I am one of them. I'm a Gemini Cancer. Imagine how fun it is for me, many years ago, trying to figure out from a horoscope, where am I in this? We're just not present in the space, like at all. Most of the cusps, if not all of them, have a nickname, in case you were unaware. Mine is called the Cusp of Magic. I did not choose this name, but man, if I don't love it. Lucked out, truly. Thanks, Mom, Dad. Bless up. One love. So, we will do the 12 primary zodiacs, and then afterward, we will do the 12 cusps. Okay, that'll take me about an hour-ish to do. Real quick, right? Just actual live polls, not the digital. It will be mostly, kind of this view. All right. We'll be here, but I'll be a little bit smaller with the cards below, behind me, beside me. I'm really not sure yet, but that's that path anyway. Then our stream schedule. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, there's just not much happening in the world at all. In our world, at least. People are at work, right? Not much has happened, right? Sunday is much more meaningful, in my opinion, to start your week off with a little bit about what's going on. Then we'll stream immediately after we release the shorts. They come in a schedule. They take 2-minute breaks. So 24 videos, 48 minutes effectively of waiting while they upload. 46, if you will. So within an hour, all 24 will be up. Then we stream. So we'll be here in case anybody wants to talk. After that, take a break. get back on later for Sunday in the afternoon, likely for another short stream, or stay on if people are involved. I really don't know. But the point being, there is an actual game plan going forward for what days we will and will not be here. All right. I will get this published as soon as I am dead certain it is finalized, because this right now could change at any moment, you know? Who knows? We've had some people join, I see. I like to just do a general pull when any newcomers join. We use runes here. Okay. They're just a real quick way to get a reading. They're rather loud. I'm hopeful we can bear this. If this is too loud, please somebody let me know. I have a bunch of stuff in place to prevent super loud noises, but you know. Yeah, that is one of our decks. That is this deck here. In case you're interested. This deck has earned a working name from me, and not that I gave it to it, it gave it to me. Her name is Nine. She's spicy, to say the least. With our runes, honestly, as long as you're not looking at them, just shuffle them, okay? If you want to make it even crazier, lift them up, and while you're shuffling, there, one sticks in my fingers, just like that. That's your rune. Simple as that. Nothing overly dramatic here. You don't gotta toss them all in the air and try and catch one. I mean, you can if you want to, if you are that cool. However, for me, this is all we need. But a rune. Okay. We are still learning the meanings of all of these, and I think I've got it flipped upside down. We're not bothering with reversals. The fireworks are an HTML script that triggers based off certain events that I use with software to fire off, so we can do stuff like this. Wow! Oh, amazing. I'm not, you know, you've seen YouTubers and just anybody on the internet, really. We're told you have to have this big, gigantic personality, right, to be excited. And I don't know, I just don't agree with that. There's no part of me that wants to scream, you know, LFG. Okay, I do it, but I'm still just a quiet guy, right? I prefer this method of speaking. So I'm hopeful a smile on my face and some fireworks gets the point across. Okay. Speaking of a fart. This was my spread from earlier. Nothing important. Just, you know, general reading. Before we discuss farts, because I have something to show you. We have two different lists. Our moderator Rowdy helped us put this together. I was reading Radu, excuse me. We have a couple lists we pulled from them, but this one that we pulled, Durisa, Gateway is the meaning. Elder Futhark, you know, somebody asked me to stretch, and I forgot to do it. And now here, involuntarily, we are stretching. Yeah. So, we pull meanings from a couple of these. I find it useful. It's not this. There we go. Thorn, defense, regeneration, reaction, conflict. Okay. Just for another one, maybe. We're taking info from anywhere. I got a book I need to purchase for this so I can learn some more. Where is it? This guy. Thorn, giant, defense, challenge, breakthrough. Considering what I just showed about the game plan going forward, I think that is an accurate read to me. Gateway, if I ever seen one. This is our new emoji. Okay. It's a butterfly. Oh, I need to change that immediately. Too small. Way too small. Let's do... Good. I'm glad we're figuring this out now. Let's try it like this. Oh, much bigger. Much, much bigger. Ah. So it looks like I just have to scale these guys. No problem. You asked, you shall receive. The star is gone, which I loved. Real cute, but this butterfly business comes up too much, too often, for us to refuse it a place. In my opinion. Just me. But, what was I talking about? I already forgot what we were discussing. Runes, yes. That leads me to books. All right. Just so you can maybe get a sense, a little bit of who I am. All right. This book was gifted to us. Thank you, anonymous gifter, very much. I've been very excited to read this book. This book talks a lot about things I speak on here, but this is more the official version, if you will, in terms of God existing within yourself. If I may, I'm hopeful this won't get me sued on the internet for reading a couple quotes here, but the book starts off, you know, with its cover page and then immediately goes into its first main pages. This book was copyrighted by God in the beginning and tells about the Word of God, without which nor anything was made. Okay? And then it goes on to completely counteract that statement and dedicate the book, The God in Thee, O woman, O man, for thou art God-man. All right? The light within is the spark of God. You don't need a church. You do not require organized religion. You cannot get this thing you seek, in my humble opinion, from some structured, tithe operating mega church or syndicate or group or whatever you may have. It literally lives within you. I'm hopeful, not to, denounce anybody's religion, but just to show you the things they teach in these churches, the sermons they give, the hymns they sing, these epic sagas they write. All right, while they are wonderful, they carry many delightful messages. They also spread a lot of fear that is just unnecessary. They do not, in my opinion, represent if there is a singular God or there are multiples, but however you view this, I do not believe that there is some white-haired, flowy-haired dude or woman or whatever in the sky, okay? I believe if you were actually to see any form of a God, you would die instantly. Game over. You would be so perturbed and just literally the word amazing, okay? The literal definition. That's similar to being hypnotized, only in this way, you literally amazed. Look it up, feel free, okay? You can't do nothing. You can't understand what you're even looking at. It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. And if we know anything about God, He is capable, she is capable, they are capable of many beautiful things, and as well as many atrocious and awful things. Try to mend that paradox all at once with your own eyes. Okay? I don't think that goes too well. Just my opinion. Maybe though. Maybe. Okay? That book, just so everybody knows what I'm talking about here, in case you're curious. George W. Carey, Ines Eudora Perry. I'll say that again. George W. Carey, Ines Eudora Perry. God-man, the Word made flesh. There are about 66 different books in here, ranging from various versions of the Bible, other specific, just spiritual texts. They call out and denounce effectively, and they explain why. Okay, they don't just say no, book bad. They explain why they feel this way, right? Lenormand, would you like one? Lenormands are just 2-card pulls. Okay. They all have little pictures on them. This used to be just played with just normal playing cards. Okay. And now each one, we'll just see what the bottom one is. So they've got the playing card on it. 8 of hearts, right? In case you don't have these cards, you can just play it with a normal deck. Just got to know what all the meanings are. But like this one would be Moon, I think. That's part of my problem with this deck. I wish it just had the keyword, because what I think it would be, there's more than just the moon in here, and I am the type to deeply analyze what's going on in here, right? There's a moon, there's a tree, there's a shore, there's a mountain, there's sunset, there's dusk. Like, what exactly am I supposed to call out? There's a bush here, some rocks here, there's a little stream here, or a river, or a pond. I don't know, man. You know? But the main focal point I usually find, right? The moon. Very likely in the center there. This one's the bear. Like, this one's pretty easy to find out, right? But there's just more going on to it, which likely I just don't know enough yet to further understand these cards. We haven't really got to look at them. We're using them just in the basic sense for their message. Lu Mother, since you are up, we can do a Lenormand pull for you if you want. We can also do a, any other. We've got Oracle. If you have a yes or no question, we have Osteomancy Bonesin, and I believe we understand each other now. They're very interesting. More on this later. So this is not an oracle. This is a specific system. The oracle deck we have is this one. Okay. Sample card first, because they are gorgeous. Okay. Beautiful art on these. This whole set was made by a tattoo artist, Heather Rowan Robbins, and it is wonderful, but it is complex. Not that that is a problem, but it's okay. I can show you later. We'll do Lenormand for you, okay? It'll make more sense. It's simple. It seems confusing. It's not. Well, it is in terms of memorizing all the different combinations, but you draw 2 cards. They have keywords. You put those 2 keywords together and they tell you a little mini story. That's all. It seems more complicated than it is, I promise. Very, very easy. I like to have some movement on the camera while we're working. So, in the interest of that, I am going to get us a candle lit. So, candles, just in case anyone's curious, for my work specifically, are just a great way for me to send the reading energy upward and outward from the space. Okay? It's not supposed to live here. Belongs to you. Right? Simple as that. And now we have a candle. Can we get it in the frame, maybe? Ah, hop, hop, hop. Ba, 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 ba. Ta-da, candle. There you go. Love it. Thank you, candle. Oh, your mother, do you have something specific you'd like to ask about? I'm not sure if you saw our rune pull, but I literally draw a single rune. Just think about what you want to know about, what you want to ask, pull a rune. Simple as that. It is not very in-depth, but that's not the point of it, right? They are meant to be real, easy shuffles, right? You can just stick your hand in here and go nuts. And then just grab one. There's your message. Simple. Mirror hours with a guy. Mirror, a lot of mirror hours. I don't know what you mean. Can you elaborate, please? Mirror numbers. So we can ask this. We can turn this into a bardic. I just want to. Bardic means that literally, I'm gonna get. Yeah, I understand you. See, the numerologist in me immediately goes, oh, 2, 4. You get 2 4s, so that's 2 4s is an 8. But I mean that in the sense of you get a 4 and a 4. That's a house, 2 houses joined for strength. Right? But they also mean angel numbers. 2, 22, 22, 10, 22, right? Changes that outcome. Now it's 5, which could be conflict, right? But as well, does not make it any sort of angel number to work with. So there are many different ways you can use that to your advantage. But I do want to point out, while we're talking about that, I'm trying to make it a point to pay attention to cards that pop up when I cut the deck. We haven't even finished your shuffle. Okay, this is the first card I see. Security, 4 of Wands. All right. You get a lot of different okay. Well, while it is good to be aware of these systems, are you intentionally, is your mind heavily on finding these patterns? Have we considered where just perhaps we see it's 210 and the brain is now programmed to keep looking until it's 222 or 333 or 444, etc. Things like that. It's important to see them, but obviously if they mean nothing, they mean nothing. That's just us looking for stuff. That is a thing. Does happen often. So we'll do a bardic spread. Apparently we're done shuffling. Your first 2 cards, we don't just get one. Yeah. Just saying, we may be overly active. You're speaking about someone who I'm going to assume is a potential partner. So very likely the nervous system is, I don't want to say on overload, but just very sensitive to any information right now, right? No matter what it is. Okay, this is why we have this guy. In fact, this could be literally just one of these. You know? Seems like a big deal. It's not. Could be. I don't know. But this does, apparently. I haven't looked at these at all yet. We get 2. My first question was going to be yours. Okay? What do these numerical messages mean for LU Mother? 5 of Pentacles. This is 5, unfortunately, is a struggle, a conflict in tarot. Pentacles are of the material world. We're going to leave the second card, though. It included an additional message. I want to talk about this first, please. 5 of Pentacles, like I say, 5 in tarot usually is to represent a struggle, right? Conflict in general. But in your case here, you can see on the cards, these people effectively look like they've been kicked out of their home. Okay? To me, this represents for you exactly what I'm talking about here, that the nervous system may just be a little hyper alert. All right? It's not to say that you're invalid here, but as far as I am concerned, and the cards here, this doesn't mean your messages don't mean anything. Okay? It's just literally we're seeing so many of them because, like I say, you're either in the throngs of love, this person is on your mind frequently, right? When you're doing stuff, subconsciously or not. I would argue more likely subconscious. Like you say, you get up, it happens. This kind of stuff happens to me. But truly, you must look around and identify what does this apply to, if anything. So you'll notice the first words here, misfortune. We can skip that, but just to be very clear, in your case, this is just, you know, I don't want to say unfortunate timing, but it's just in sense of the grand scheme of things, right? We are clearly invested in this. We are looking. We want answers, so we are finding some. That is just an unfortunate reality of all of this type of work. We will seek and seek and seek until we get something, right? At some point, we must just breathe a little. That's all. But the second sentence in here, okay? Going to extremes to protect loved ones. Do not forget that you are included in loved ones. So, I would be willing to bet this is you trying to dig around and understand this person in your world, and you're not finding the exact answer you want because you're not supposed to. Therein lay part of the core problem here, which I'm going to guess this next card has to deal with. This infatuation. While it's beautiful, it's lovely, do not let it consume you or allow it to become this thing in your life, this driving force. That's not all there is. This infatuation, right, this spark needs time to grow. We don't learn everything that we want to know about our partners overnight. They don't hand us a giant diary with, you know, all their inner workings. These are things we must discover. Spending time with them. Observing, asking questions, right? That's all. That second part of this is much more the feel I get from this card for you. It's not that I view this more so, truly, these two figures walking away, this is whatever was going on before. This is how it's got you feeling. Just beat up. You know? Hence the misfortune part, right? This is effectively, if you look at him, this guy looks like he's just been off to war. He got his butt kicked. And this lady, okay, just, you know, babushka out in the snow. Basically, which makes me even sad to think about, honestly. Some people are doing that right now here in our country. Not even just our country, all over the damn world. It's depressing. Anyway, I'm not saying that you're wrong, and please continue to look for these signs, but truly evaluate them. What were you thinking about before you saw this? Okay, and then does it apply in any way? And if not, where else may it apply? Are we sure we're only being spoken to about one subject, right? I would argue the reason you see these, when this is happening, that's very likely the absolute most front forward thought on your mind is what you're going through. But we must, again, take a breath, hold, and breathe it out through the mouth. Ground ourselves. Do it as many times as you need to. I've got some words of power that I really like to use. I do not care their religious affiliation. I care their meaning. I really like Alhamdulillah. I like some French. Le soleil, la lune, les étoiles, the sun, the moon, the stars. Okay, I've got several like these. Just things that are wandering through my brain that I allow myself as a form of meditation. What are your power words? What things have you heard in your life that you find inspiring? I have chosen mine. The way my voice operates, they rumble directly in the center of my chest, and it is extremely calming, similar to a mantra. Okay? Mantra just literally means little meditations, basically. Right? That's all I'm doing. Just kind of cheating while we're waiting, right, for real meditation. That's all. You have another card here. I ask you, knowing this, do you need more info? Do you want it? Because it's not necessary. I don't think I completely hurt your feelings. I'm hoping I didn't hurt your feelings at all, but I just want to make sure you're still okay, all right? That's all. Some of these are heavy, so I will put these up now, in fact. All of these apply to everybody, not just us here now, okay? This one is for me, sorry. Hi, Monster, how are you? Welcome. We gotta do this everywhere, I forgot. Oh, nothing. Oh, okay, there it is. Pin message, great, lovely. Anyway, your next card, 10 of Wands reversed. This is actually really funny and a bit of a test, I think, from this deck to me. All right, I'm currently a little bit conflicted with this card, and it's ironic because it's kind of what it depicts to a degree, and that's, I think, what's trying to be beaten into my head. This card comes to us reversed. Okay. I usually just summarize this card as you start on the path of wands, okay? Just think, you know, a magician's wand, effectively. I know there's staffs here, but a wand, same thing, right? Just a bigger wand, effectively. Anyway, upright. This usually I explain as this is the path beginning again in the wands. All right. So you've made these 10 beautiful wands. We've learned a whole lot. We've gotten our butt kicked on the path of wands in a couple places, right? But mostly we've just learned how to be secure with ourselves. What winning actually feels like. How to take a punch, truly, right? Not only just physically, like what happens to the body. We understand more, right? What is it exactly that causes bone to fracture, or the skin to break, or anything like that, right? We have a deeper knowledge now, true wisdom. These are all in matters of the soul's fires, though. Okay, the deep within stuff that spark within all of us. All right. So this comes to us reversed instead. Okay. The journey's not over. You're still making wands. In its shortest form, this is asking you, and in fact I dare say this is telling you, This is not the time to return to basics and go to town. This is the time to press forward. Okay? I just want to read this aloud for you, okay? The notes in here specifically say, Wands, 10. An endeavor has progressed to the point where complications, obstacles, and pressures weigh you down. Being a slave to one's ambitions, a project has run its course and it may be time to progress to something new. I'm not a big fan of this explanation, but this is why, like I say, if you're getting this upright, time to go back to the city with all you've learned, start again. Do it again, but better. This upright, you ain't done yet, babe. Not by a long shot. The only thing I will point out, this is a 10. This is the end of the path. So it's here, meaning it's close. You just got to reach out and grab it. But keep going, please. With that said, I love our Matrix music, the Wachowski brothers or whatever, Coen brothers or whatever the hell their names are, I forget. We'll pull you a couple of Lenormands, okay? I showed you the bottom one, so I'll shuffle a little more than I usually would. This thing is incredibly small, so it's difficult to get a decent shuffle on it, I would argue. We just pull 2 cards, okay? 1, 2. You get Dog, Sun. I know Dog is loyal friend. Yes, absolutely. Do you already know everything you wish to know? I think not. I mean, please read that question back to yourself and then answer. No is your answer? This is not something I can necessarily answer. Have you learned all you want to know or not? If so, then no. If not, then yes. This is a question you need to read back to yourself, quite literally. Ask this to yourself in the mirror and now answer. Truly. I mean, you've heard my very logical reasons for what I say, right? Okay. So it sounds more so to me, the root of the problem is we are not confident in ourselves, our decisions, okay, and this person. So I ask you, as I ask often here, if we are drawing a line in the sand at all, why are we here? If this person has not shown you what you want to see yet, have you conveyed this to them? Have you discussed it? Do you want to? If they're not talking to you, precisely, I implore you, these are questions that need to be asked to yourself in the mirror, but approached with logic and reason rather than emotion. You're sending me the teary eyes in chat. Look at what this is doing to you. Is that how we want to go through our days, is feeling like that? And if so, why are we allowing this other person to rule our emotions whatsoever? You are a sovereign, my dear, meaning you are in control of your own self, not someone else. You choose your path. Happenings around you do not dictate our happiness. I have seen absolutely destitute men who are more happy than I could ever imagine. I'm not saying you need to become that. I'm saying you need to find that state of mind. Truly. Everything you have asked so far, these are questions to take directly to the mirror, my dear. Every one of them. I'm not saying we go stand in front of the mirror and ask, why am I this way? If you're going to ask that, you better answer yourself. But be honest. Be truthful to yourself. Again, this person lives rent-free in your head. Do you live in their head whatsoever? They don't talk to you. Doesn't sound like it. Why would we continue to make deposits into that bank that gives you zero interest, quite literally? So I say again, these are questions. I'm not joking in the slightest here. Go to the mirror, ask that person you see these same questions. Now answer. I would ask you to write them down so they are meaningful. You have to actually plan. We can't just say it to the mirror. That's the simple, easy way out. You're doing it here, in fact, with the I don't knows. You do. You just don't like the answer. I'm sorry for it. What are you going to do about it? Is my next question. Okay? I don't imagine you wish to spend the rest of your waking hours upset about this person. If they're not giving the return you're after, why are we there at all? Oftentimes I find in advice like this, I will tell people that I've helped. This is the best time to be the best possible version of you can. Almost every time they do, this person that they were interested in, all of a sudden, now their neck snaps trying to look at you while you're shining. Very common in this type of work. I'm not saying that's the goal. I'm just saying that will allow you to clear your head. Okay? People will notice. The mirror numbers, all right? I believe you are searching for ways to literally hurt yourself. You have not gotten over him. Read what you just said. Lead yourself to this water, please. Read what you just said aloud. I can get over him, but then you go directly into talking about him. You are not over anything. That's step one. We must stop lying to ourselves. Thoroughly. Hi, Vicky. How are you? We are in the middle of a read. Unfortunately, YouTube does not have a usable way, in my opinion, for me to make a reading queue. So if you would like to join from YouTube land, please let us know. Hi, Cloudy. Bonjour. Again, stop blaming this on something else. You're being an escapist by doing that. How do you know the numbers mean anything related to what you're thinking about? I'd be you saw the various different ways I just broke down the number you gave me. I bet we get very different interpretations completely. You have so much tea. Oh, God. Truly, LU Mother, I'm begging you, please, these questions you're asking me, write them down on paper, whatever, on your phone, save a plant, tree, whatever, same thing. Write them down and then take them to the mirror. You want to make this real sanctimonious and ceremonial, turn the lights off, light a candle, meditate in your bathroom, sit on your toilet, sit on the floor, sit in the bathtub, whatever you like, I don't know. But truly set the tone. Meditate. Now ask the questions, all right? Oh, absolutely. Try that, LU Mother. See what answers you come up with. And I'm going to ask you, if you're feeling froggy and brave, start writing these numbers down. Bring them back to me. Okay, let's talk about them. There's the Discord. All right. Ah, we can't send that. All right, cool. Good to know. Write them down. That's okay. You don't need one. Send me an email. lostopaltarot@gmail.com. I try to make myself as available as possible. But otherwise, I mean, you know where my four walls are. I can't get out. Yeah, absolutely. If I'm not streaming, send me an email. Same user, lostopaltarot@gmail.com. But I'm asking you to take a solid day. Say this alone is part of your pattern recognition and breaking. I wonder how many times you're going to look at a number, it's going to mean nothing to you, and you don't write it down. On top of that, when you bring me these numbers, yes, this is the point I'm trying to get across to you, yeah. If this is something that you just can't get out of, start writing them down. Let's talk about them. I'll tell you what I believe they mean. You may divine your interpretation from that, but this boils back to the same point I was talking about to begin with. This person is not serving you emotionally whatsoever.
Even when I turn off all the lights, all I see are puzzles, yeah.
Please listen to the lyrics.
I'd rather be dreaming, floating while sleeping, to islands in the sky. I need you to fly me away.
This person is literally singing about being an escapist. Just wants to be in his dreams, not reality. Too many puzzles when we turn off the lights. Okay? This comes on while we're talking about this, by the way. My hands are here. I don't control the music. It's on shuffle. All I do is play the folder. This is what comes on directly for you, my love. You got 2 Lenormands. Okay? I get it. Trust me, I do. But that is not where we truly live. We must wake and face the day, please. That is how we fix the things that are wrong with this insane world at this very moment. But just to make a point, though, this is not the only time. Moon? No, sun. Dog sun. Faith rewarded is your message. Okay, that's how Lenormand works. Dog plus sun, faith rewarded. I would ask you to have faith in yourself. Please. Just even thinking about you trying that puts a smile on my face. You can get through this speed bump. I would just like to remind everybody we are presently in a double retrograde. Mercury and Jupiter. If you are a Gemini right now, well, I hate to tell you, but you're fucked. Right? Basically. Mercury is the ruling planet of Geminis. Right now, mind you, well, cloudy, we'll get to your read here in just a minute, I'm sorry. It is an optical illusion, effectively, just due to the way planets spin and orbits. It appears as if the planet is going backward in the sky relative to what it usually does. It's not, but when it's doing that astronomically, obviously, energies pull, things just aren't, they're just a little tilted, that's all. Right now in this retrograde with Mercury and Jupiter doing their things, retrogrades are when old exes come back, when old patterns resurface that we never addressed. Old thoughts, right? For me, my, God, I don't even want to say this out loud. My intuition right now, okay? My reading and channeling stuff is insane right now. But it also is making me mildly crazy, okay? This is happening to everybody right now. So, Gentle, you are welcome to join the queue if you would like to discuss more. I have nothing to reverse for you here, Blue Mother. We definitely have a hyperfixation on angels, demons I would like to address, but we will get to that. Cloudy. This song, heartrate.wave from Stream Beats. Cloudy, how may I help you, my dear? Just while we wait here real quick, I have a couple things. I hope we'll explain just who I am to a degree, alright? We've already talked about this one. This was a gift from a lovely, lovely viewer. I thank you dearly. I'm so excited to finish this. It is extremely interesting to me. And I can't wait to talk about it more here. Oh man, here's our music for what I'm about to say. This challenges directly every religion you've ever met. This is not going to be a well-liked opinion. I really don't care. We're going to talk about it. Some more books. Some more books. Okay. You want to learn about the Zodiac and some other fine, interesting information while you're at it? This book. This is where you start. It's huge, but it is vast in its knowledge. Okay? I have to read that still. I've read some of it. My ADHD and I do not get along so well. This book, if you own a Thoth tarot deck, you need this, as well as the actual Thoth book, the one Aleister Crowley released, okay? But they're both about the same damn size. So this is like the dumbed down version, kind of. All right? That's just to use one system. This is a book on tarot reversals. This thing just has flip open, pick a card. Here are some additional meanings, okay? Insights. Okay? We already saw God Man. This one of our viewers recommended, okay? This is literally just somebody else's opinion on the usage of tarot, their ethics and principles, ways to use it, etc. So, we absolutely can, Cloudy. Let me put these back. I show you all of those, not only so you can get them yourselves if you're interested, but the goal here, I will read these on your behalf and give you the cliff notes. Okay? Some of them have teachings in them that I wish to absorb into my own being. Alright? Attitudes I like. So, Cloudy, you are up. Call me Luther because I had a dream, okay? But I've been drawing on specific energy and manifesting some stuff for about 3 months. I requested dreams to serve as a communication space for me, the SP that I'm manifesting, and our spirit guides, okay? Now it's been hella successful and good vibes. Now there's a red string. Odd and good at the same time. I was hoping you could pull a spread. Okay. Okay, we can do 2 different spreads, Cloudy. I have a spread specifically for dream stuff. Okay. As soon as I find it. I believe I put it under here. Yes. I made this a while back. 6-card spread. It's just meant to look like a dream catcher is where we started with it. What is the dream night vision trying to tell me? Why don't we have a space here? What is illusory or misleading in the dream? what wisdom should be caught and remembered, and what should be released into the void. How does this dream? Okay, I'm gonna assume this is yes. By the way, I forgot to. A friend of mine is hooking us up with Duolingo, and I chose French as my language to learn. Teehee. Someday I'm gonna know how to say I'm a dirty slut with perfect French accent. Do you learn how to say in other languages? I'm one of my other favorites is I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker would. Okay? Absolutely serves no purpose, but they are hilarious to me. Saying that to someone, yeah, I know some sign language, and that's what I open with. That, I don't know. I think it's hilarious. The look on people's faces when I pull that out. Oh, amazing. God. Cloudy. Damn it. Your spread is going to take longer than I have before we hit with another ad break. So, let me get this out of the way. You have your questions. We'll do something separate for the move after this. I'm going to get this thing out of the way now, though, so we don't have to deal with it. Please don't watch the ad. Go do something else. Drink some water. Whatever. Tell someone you love them. Even yourself. Please. I don't think Cloudy actually gets to, I don't know if you're a sub or not. I don't know if the ads are blocked for you or not, so we have to wait. Ha. I believe our friend left. Je suis une soirée salope? Salope? Okay. Well, yeah, it will. I have it put in place to replace offensive words with happy words, so. It looks like I cannot tell, truly. Yeah, we have one viewer. Okay, well, never mind. Thank you. Not the intention, but I'm just realizing I'm sending you away to an ad, and you are the last person on this planet that needs to see one, in my opinion. Your spread, though. Let me... It's going to be very interesting. I must find a way to get a queue that works for both YouTube and for everywhere. Does not matter what platform you're on. You type join, you're in my queue. I need that desperately. Driving me nuts. Your spread. 6 card pull. So, I don't think we need this one. Our surgeon can take a break, I do believe. For now, at least. We're going to put her back in her box, so her opinion does not come out at all. This is the Wild Unknowns Tarot. Okay. I like this song. Hell yeah. Cloudy, what did it make you say about me instead of what we intended for? Just real quick. Well, it's gone now. While we're flipping through there, we're talking about dreams, and one of your cuts was the star. Just saying. Fitting. Wheel of Fortune, Cloudy. before we go further, your final shuffle and your final cut. 6 cards. We're just gonna rapid fire these since I do not have. If I got rid of all the cool stuff on the spread table, okay, we wouldn't, you know, we would just have a bunch of card space, sure, but God, it would be so lifeless. Just talking about doing it makes me sad, honestly. Can we get this girl to speak before we pull? Oh, we can. Hello. Some intuition for us, just in case. 6 cards. What is the dream or night vision trying to tell me? 2 of Swords reversed. What is illusory, misleading in the dream? Death reversed. What wisdom should be caught and remembered? The Hermit. What should be released into the void? The Fool. How does this dream connect to my waking path? 2 of Pentacles. Excuse me, 6 of Pentacles. What guardian protector energy is present? 5 of Wands. I love these. When I say I love these types of questions and these types of responses. You will see why shortly. Let me pull this up. Whoa. Yeah, just before, maybe I can find this thing real quick. Let's see if I'm fast. Probably not. Hapa? Right there. All right. This card was one of yours that I saw during the cuts while we're talking about dreams. I just want to point that out. That's all. Not part of the spread necessarily, but man, the more I pay attention to what my cuts are, the more they are speaking to us. So it is important that we pay attention. By the way, one of my favorite hip-hop artists dropped an album not too recently, Aesop Rock. It's called It's Still Bad Out Here, Man. Or I hear it's still bad out there, man. Pretty good. 2 swords. Reversed. We'll set these all up after so they look like the actual spread. Death, please. Thank you. Reverse, the Hermit. Here's our woo guy. Right on cue. Look at how many arcana you have. Alright, let's see if we can fit these all in here. Hi Jay, you absolutely can. We are in the middle of a reading right now. I can get to you as soon as we are done with this one. I believe our last person that was here left, so you may take their place after them. But we do have one more person already in queue, if I recall. Yes, we have one more reading, and then I can get to you. Honestly, I would take no offense if you want to come back in like 10 minutes. You're welcome to hang out. I don't mean to send you away at all, but it'll be a few before I can get to you, okay? Jay, I do not subjugate or interrogate other people who are not here. We seek the higher self here. We do not extract information from others. We must reform that question. I am saying this to you now in order to not waste your time. If you are willing to wait, we can discuss further, but just a heads up. Okay, Cloudy. So, your questions. What is the dream, night vision, trying to tell me? We've already made a decision. It just may not be the one that you like, unfortunately. 2 swords is to represent blindfolded. We have 2 identical swords. Who and what are we holding them up for? We are covering the heart in defense. Against what? The unknown. right? This is reversed. This would tell me your subconscious is on the defense, but you are identifying through this dream, it would seem, that the path that we are taking is not the preferred. Wrong sword. That's the very start of it. Okay? What is illusory or misleading? Death reversed, as if there is life. Plain and simple. This is not a new beginning, this is a blocked new beginning. Or this is blockage on accepting this answer. We just don't like it. Okay. After that, the Hermit. What wisdom should be caught and remembered. Self-introspection. Deep self-introspection. Truly look around at what serves us and what does not. Weigh them accordingly, which is part of your next card, in fact. But weigh them accordingly. Ostracate what does not serve us. Excise it, if you will. Cut it out. And that can be very literally just the thoughts we're having. This wandering of the mind. You've got this red string you were talking about. I have no idea what this is, but that would be the thing to focus and meditate on. What is this? How does it affect me? This situation as a whole. Is this worth going through further? I want to point out to you, you say to me, you've manifested this thing, and it's come to you just not the way you want. This red string, you say, this other thing attached. Doesn't sound like that's what you want. Sounds like a form of what you want, but it's blocked right now. Can you live with that? What are you willing to pay for this golden fiddle? Your fourth card, the Fool. Step out into new adventure. That wasn't the one. Plain and simple. Okay. You'll notice the dog. I don't really bring up the dog too much in this, but the dog is meant to represent something nipping at you, right? In some versions of this, like the dog is literally like ripped the pants on the figure in the card, right? They're like bare-assed or bare-legged. Just saying. How does this dream connect to my waking path? Okay. Charity. This is charity reversed. I'm sad to say. You being the giving soul that you are, this would indicate to me that perhaps not intentionally, but you may be taken advantage of in this situation. It may be a warning, or it is actively happening now and you just do not see it. Sadly. Finally, what guardian protector energy? The best card. I describe this card as a movie fight scene. If you look at what they're doing in the art, these people are they're not really even fighting, right? Their weapons are too large for an actual practical fight of any kind. Look at this guy in the back. Look at how tall he is versus their staff. They're all like this. I like to refer to this card as the ego. Okay? This comes to us reversed. This is not a conflict. This is blocked conflict. So, wherever this comes from, subconscious, a guide, God, the stars above, wherever that is for you, you're quite literally being told you're protected if you will just allow it, accept, unfortunately, the answer you've been given, as much as it hurts, I'm sure. Let me know if you have questions here, because this was a rather long one. Absolutely. Okay, well here's your necessary work. Right dead center to me, your fourth card. This guy. Try something new. Thank you, Rowdy. Do we understand all of this? Yes, I realize my big fat head is in the way of your lap here. 5 wands. But yes, we view this opportunity as a chance for a new beginning, and as far as my guides can tell right now, that ain't it. The potential is there, but something has caused them to block it. I assume that is your red tape you speak of. Okay, I'm gonna move these over just a bit so you can actually see them. Sorry. We're trying real hard to make it look like an actual dream catcher, but you know, close enough. Meh. 1, excuse me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your questions. In case you need to come back later and pause here. In case anybody from Futureland is watching this, every one of these spreads you're welcome to take. Every one of them, you can have them. I ask you nothing for them. I likely will in the future, but it takes an enormous amount of effort to write these out and organize them in a usable way. If you just want the real quick, easy zip file download, I'll provide it to you. You know, with a little pay what you want link. Could be 0 or whatever you feel is appropriate. But yeah, these are for all of us, not just me. Don't forget, Cloudy, right now we're in dual retrograde. Messages are mixed and confused as hell right now. All over the place. It ain't just Geminis, that is but one. Okay. Just something to point out. Oh, you're good. You're totally fine, Rowdy. You're fine. Feel free. Message me if you need to. I realize I'm in the same boat. Some of the stuff that I have to say sometimes is just not going to be well liked by any person, frankly, as far as I'm concerned. But, you know, doesn't mean it's not happening. It's happening right in front of my face and yours. You just don't see it, you know? So, that's it. So, if you need to discuss that more, feel free. You asked, though, for another regarding... I want to show you these two. The art on these is too pretty to not. 2 of Swords reversed. Death reversed. The Hermit. I really like the art on this. He's got a little lantern on his back. How fucking cute. It reminds me of the Never-Ending Story when they meet the turtle. If you know what I'm talking about even. The fool, the chicken, hatched from the egg, ready to leave the nest. Yeah, actually, now that I think of it, no idea why I called him a chicken. There's like crows and ravens and stuff in this deck. No chickens that I'm aware of. The 6 of Pentacles. Reversed. Okay. Charity reversed. And your 5 of Wands. I like the art on this. The lines on it. Okay, I agree. It's got that like burnt out sun. The lines on this, to me, very clearly represent what I talk about, right? It's infighting, but they have no idea. You notice none of the wands touching this? They're just swinging. They're not even hitting anything. They don't even know what they're fighting. It's just general rough housing, effectively, getting nowhere, you know? So, I almost did you a disservice. We put those back in the now where they belong and return them to you. Yeah, I would be very cautious with messages regarding future stuff right now, because you may do a read and then do it 20 minutes later, or you very likely will get something completely different. Thank you, retrograde. Gentle, yes. After we finish with Cloudy. You are still in the queue, my friend. Okay. Enough said. We are absorbing knowledge. Now I just must find the time to actually read it. This song loves to come on. Your next question. A mini poll on how you should move forward. For me, this is a 3-questioner. Woo, indeed, friend. I think it was next week. I hope that's what you said. Up to you. It's okay. Not a problem, monster. We will get there. Do these work for you, Cloudy? Since I'm being checked. Posture's not good enough, eh? All right then. Okay. Fine. That's fine. Wonderful. Great. Grand. Now what? Am I boned up enough for you? Jesus. Same deck. Whoa. You get... Jesus, I don't even know what this... The Hanged Man is a bat. I love it. And the Sun. At our cut. Just remember those. Not part of the reading, technically. But they kind of are. You know? Just little hints. You may or may not find this in your own tarot shuffling. Try to pay attention to what all the cards say to you. Okay? Sometimes I intentionally try not to look at them so they don't cloud the reading. Hi, Karina. How are you? First question, which was what? What energy do we need to bring to this move, right? Yeah, what energy should I apply during my move next week? Your move next week, not mine. Two of Swords reversed. So, something to know about the move that you may not know now. Ten of Cups reversed. Potential outcome. The Fool reversed. Cloudy. Did you already sign the lease? Because I hate to tell you, based off this, if you gave me free reign over your life and what you do with it, you're not moving. We're okay, my dear. We are okay. It is, but we took a couple days off to center. Man, I got some sound healing. I cannot wait to discuss further. It is, Jesus, I need to. I don't know how to phrase this. I must remember that I can help no one if I have not taken care of myself first. And I am very good at being a giver. I guess is the way I want to say that. I will sit here hours on end and stream for you guys. Stream to nobody if I have to, right? But, you know, I must recenter at some point. The healer also requires healing. Not that I even view myself as a healer, but, you know, Ten of Cups, my dear. So, I'm assuming this is not something. This move does not look wanted one bit. Oh, it's okay. Good news. You get to keep all your points here. Your Two of Swords is back, as is the Fool. I mean, you saw that shuffle, yeah. That's not a light shuffle. Two of Swords. We were weighing options, but obviously, by the look of this is not the move you want. Yeah. Yes. I am sad to see this, truly. But now that you know this, these are one and the same for me. This and this. We must go into our move level-headed, extremely serious. We have already understood the scenario we're in. Right? Now what can we do about it? We need a new plan. Okay? I wish I had not asked for the may you not know part. Yeah. Well, this unfortunately may have far-reaching impact in your life, from what my guides can see, and not in a good way. Celebration Reversed is your next card. This is supposed to be a happy family under a rainbow. Upright, it is not. It is this instead. It is possible this is part of your path. My guides are telling me to tell you right now you are walking directly into a trap and off a cliff. Now, that said, that could very well just be the people you are moving in with, who you are renting from, whatever the case, just things surrounding this move. Not a great time. They do not lead to new adventure for you. They leave you locked in. We must make sure that that does not happen. Right? I mean, you fight this easily by just doing things you don't normally do. Okay? We stay indoors a lot. Time to go outside a bit. Go socialize or whatever. Yes. Yes. I would just strongly start looking around at the surrounding characters here and make sure everybody has our best interest at heart. This, to me, I'm glad this is being said to you because I know you're taking advisement from guides. This is just asking you, as far as I'm concerned, to keep our head on a swivel. We already know we don't like this choice. We don't like this outcome. Clearly no celebration to be had here in a certain sense. We can turn it into that, but that quite clearly will take some effort on your part. Okay? And from there, the Fool reversed. Like I said, walking off a cliff. Let's make sure, if we are going to walk off a cliff, we bring a parachute. That's all. This ain't the end of the world, but like I said, if I were a life coach and I were in charge of your life, we're not moving. Or you're not moving there, at bare minimum. Just me. And that's the like extreme of that, obviously. You're grown up. We can make our own decisions, right? Yeah, exactly. That is the right attitude to have with that. I'm glad to see you walk away from a spread like that with that. Well, thank you. Would you like a couple Lenormand cards to go with it? Or a rune, perhaps? I would offer you osteomancy, but I'm not sure. It's better suited in the current form I have it for yes or no questions, so I'm giving that back to you, okay? And Rowdy, don't forget, no need to, on the YouTube side, I will take care of it. Laissez-faire indeed. Are you an air sign? Because, Jesus. Yeah, no wonder. The name would make sense. Duh. Cloudy. Okay. Yeah. I forget. We're still learning all of these. I have so much stuff to just... It's gonna take the course of my lifetime to remember this. Okay. So you're Gemini right now? And I think you're Libra as well. Due to the retro, you are like me. Right now. Literally double fucked. Absolutely, if you would like. I have a bunch of stuff I put together, but remembering it is a whole nother game. Where is it? In its folder. The 12 signs, okay? In case anybody else needs this. I do. Sure, I remember the signs, but what are they? Mutable? Are they air? Are they earth? Or whatever. Right? I'm still learning. Absolutely. If you... information, my dear. The best gift you can give me, truly, knowledge. I thrive on it. Love it. In whatever form it comes in. But man, you got something you think I need to know? Tell me what it is. I will seek it out. I'm a Gemini Cancer. Yeah, I'm confusing to even myself. And then when I look up all my astrological stuff, I have all four elements, indicating I'm somehow balanced. I scoff at that audibly. Ah! Balanced, you say? Mm-hmm. This is what I was talking about earlier. These are the other 12 zodiacs. Hello, Anna. Overseas? Where at overseas are you? I don't know why that sentence came out like that. Let me know if you want. Let's get to Gentle Monster, please. If you want a Lenormand, let me know. I can pull that simultaneously. Ah. Well, hello. I live right below you in this terrible, awful stain of a country called America at this very moment in time, which is disheartening to say, sadly. Hello. I wish I was hanging out with you, being yelled at for being an American piece of shit like we are. Ah, so am I. I love our neighbors to the north and south, and for some reason, half my country hates them, and I don't understand at all. I'm not their people. Sadly, for them, not my team. You can keep all of that hateful shit to yourselves, you know? Just my opinion while we're on the matter, but I haven't got that far. Thank you, Cloudy. Doubly. Look at you go. Gentle. You had questions pertaining to more spirits. Please remind me, what exactly were they? Ah. Well, say hello to Puppo. We can do a reading for your dog if you want. We've done it before. Only with a kitty. Monster, if you're still here, 'tis your turn, my love. Yeah. They are comical, but yes, that's usually the last one I did for a friend's cat. Their cat wanted food, and the obvious. Did you feed your cat? Yeah. Well, just think what animals have to look forward to all day. Like, you are the highlight of their life, truly, in so many ways, but ultimately they have given up their freedom for guaranteed love and food. While the love is definitely a big motivator, I argue hunger. There's a famous saying, all right, the revolution is only 9 meals away. 9 missed meals away. 3 days without breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Tell me how you're feeling after that, you know. Our animals don't have to go through that in the most often times, so it's completely fine if you're not comfortable with it, but I have mental health issues, and I've had a spiritual healer tell me that it was 3 spirits causing it. Yes. You did a reading yourself, and there were 3 spirits, but like, I don't know, fuck that. I'm trying not to believe just anything because they could have easily lied so that I would buy from them, so I want to confirm. Oh, just a real quick, all right? In most cases, I want to hear some grounded facts from these people, some justification for their charge. Okay, if I do a planetary numerological pull, a full analysis of someone, this can take hours and hours. I never get back. So yes, that comes with a steep price, in my opinion, $200. This could take me an entire week. It is a flat fee. It is not easy work at all. Okay? I ask a fee for that. I am upfront about that. But giving you a taste of service only in hopes that you will pay more, and not even hopes, I will tell you something so awful and horrible, right? They are selling fear. I don't like that. Stop giving these people money, ever. Don't buy fear. Please. In order, we had to do this the other day. Okay, we will do it again. The very first and most important question. The problem we're going to have with this immediately, as I know you to a degree, you're going to find ways to escape this logically. Even if I tell you no, you have this idea in your head already. Things have happened. We are convinced. Okay? You will tell yourself these guides, these spirits that are messing with you are just here messing with this too. Okay? Even if it says no. If it says yes, we'll discuss further. But even if it says no, I just want to prepare you for this. It is imperative, okay, that not only we take this at face value, but as well look at the deeper and surrounding characters in this, not just these spirits, all right? Exactly. Thank you, Anna. I'm so thankful I'm not the only one that feels this way. Please, for the love of God, anybody here watching in the future, don't buy fear. If someone tells you, okay, we just went through a reading that was not great in terms of outcome. All right? The immediate action after a reading like that is, how do you help this person? Not how do I instill more fear in them to extract money from them. Fuck them. What a piece of shit. Sorry. That, if you can't tell, I have some certain feelings about this. And those people infuriate me, truly. They make people that actually would come here and get help from someone, I don't want to even just say me, but just the community. What it really is, they close that door forever in some cases, and it's so saddening to me. Anyway, I will shut up. Your final shuffle, your final cut. Remember, I can't even say remember. For anyone that's not aware, this deck is named 9. Her representative card is 9 of Pentacles, okay? She is what happens in the Path of Pentacles after hard work. We get to finally look around our garden, right? It's gorgeous. So she's a surgeon, okay? She will tell it like it is. Very, no BS. But your first card, are there 3 spirits interfering with your life right now? Yes or no? The Tower reversed. So 2 important things to take away from here. The Tower is present. We are in process of a major upheaval. This does not come to us upright. Okay? Comes to us reversed. I would just like to point out what happens when you flip a tower on its head. When the lightning strike comes to destroy our whole world, quote unquote, in whatever sense you may view that as, when the lightning strike comes, the tower is hit, the people fall from the tower, right? Well, what happens when it's reversed? Where do they fall? Up. Okay? Sometimes I say on the stream, if you made it here, you were meant to be here, and I cannot. What's going on in the chat right now? Okay? You both were meant to be here. Right? I'm not in that specific practice necessarily. And we have someone here who has more insight than I do to reaffirm, thank God, that my opinion is not only invalid, but that these succubus individuals are out there, sadly. Don't, please God, don't give them money. Go to an actual, your first indicator that you are speaking to a true professional, someone that is really there for you. What is the problem? Now, how do we move on from it? How do we solve it? How do we make you okay with it? They give you tools, real, actionable items. That is imperative in this. Otherwise, we get what happened to you. Right? Those people are, geez, they're not even people in my heart, sadly. To your card here, the Tower reversed. This would be a complete upheaval of your life, your understanding of everything you know, etc. Okay? Reversed, what happens? I want to point out a couple key things here, but, well, I mean, literally from that. Yes, your life is in disarray. We are extremely uncomfortable in our own skin. We have other issues going on, like you said, things that I cannot really speak on as I'm not a medical health professional. We've covered that here. Okay? Thank you, Anna. I don't really mention too much about my candle. My candle here is so we can send the energy from here up and out back to you where it belongs. Okay? But yes, at the same time, anything that we do here, when I put that candle out later, guess where it goes? That energy that was here, whatever might have come and said hello, goes away with that candle. Okay. Main point here, though. Tower reversed, my dear. I would argue no. But you can take this. The tower, typically, upright, is a no. In reversal, you would think yes. Okay? If you want to take it this way, you are welcome to. I would just ask, we need to redefine the way we view said spirits. If this is a state of mind that we cannot alter, and especially that I can make no professional opinion on, other than what I can speak on here, I would ask you to redefine the relationship with any spirit you think is speaking with you. Okay? Treat it as a major upheaval of that. That is your lightning strike. Being here, speaking with Anna, someone who actually does this work. You want a message from a God? Here it is. You are exactly where you're supposed to be at exactly the right time to talk to, in my opinion, exactly who you were meant to speak with. If you want, I am happy to continue this conversation with the deck and ask it for ways we can release this. Just because I am required to by laws. This is all for entertainment purposes, but I will follow that up immediately with, take a look at the history of videos here. You tell me if what I do here is some parlor trick. You decide. You decide. If you want, we can ask a follow-up. The conversation is still open on the table here. Okay? We can do a follow-up question. Absolutely. How do we let this go? The High Priestess reversed. All this work you and I we've talked about here, or just in the past in general, that you have done. Okay, where is this asshole? Jesus. Right where their number's supposed to be. Duh. Reversed. This is our intuition. This is the Moon Mother, if you will. If you look at her art, she's got effectively a portal behind her. The two white pillars of good and evil, right? She sits between them. Neither chaotic good or bad, just neutral. But she sits right in that liminal space in between. Okay? That's why I call her the Moon Mother. Look at the top of her crown here. What does that look like to you? Right? A waxing, a waning, and a full moon and crescent, right? This is genuinely asking you to put the mysticism down. Be more pragmatic about this, please. Especially now that I know, God, you paid some soul-sucking psychic asshole some exorbitant fee, I'm sure, all to end up here with people that actually do care about you and your well-being, not what's in your fucking wallet. I'm sorry to swear so much, but this truly upsets me. Oh, it's making me hot. I get asked all the time to explain myself. Why are you willing to sit in front of a camera and, do this hokey pokey nonsense you do? Because it helps people. Because I love it. I don't know how to answer that question. Do I wish this paid a living wage? Absolutely. I don't fucking care. You cannot pay me enough. There is no check in existence, period. And even if there were, I'm going to take what the hell I need from it, and then we're going to give it back to places that need it. That is the whole damn point of this. This is meant to ripple outward. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Okay? Jay, you are up. Good side, excuse me. Let me know if you have any questions, monster. And Anna, thank you very much. Hi, buddy. How we doing? A general. What kind of general? I'm going to put these back. Gentle monster. I cannot reverse these for you, my dear. This must be done by your own hand. I hope you will understand. A general reading. We can do a thinking, feeling, do. Yeah, you're very welcome. Don't, please, including me. Okay? Don't give money unwarrantedly to these people, for the love of God. Zzz, if you prefer. Anybody, the key sentence there. If there is even a slight hint of they are instilling this fear in you and they are not explaining themselves and then ask you for money, please tell them to piss off. Respectfully, go F yourself. Bye. And then go find someone real. Which, sadly, is apparently more difficult than I thought it was. I thought there's loads of us. I've met loads of us, but apparently that's just the people I attract and find. Stressful. It's got me so stressed out I'm doing a weird cut. What the hell is that? Apparently your question requires an odd shuffle. Good side. I've kind of modified the thinking, feeling, doing. You know, I'm a big fan of thinking, feeling, doing as a general spread, but it occurs to me, even though you're here, technically, I'm extracting info from you, which you could very well just tell me. So truly, what is the value of it? I have 2 new questions for you. What energy are you projecting right now? The Ace of Wands. What energy is inviting you forward? The Eight of Wands reversed. If you just want the real quick of it, new spiritual ideas. You have been handed, quite literally, a brand new Elder Wand. What would you like to create with it, my friend? Past that, now you have the Eight of Wands. This card upright typically is meant, I like to call this the lightning strike. It's actually because this deck, in fact, I saw this and this made the most sense of any art of this card I've ever seen. Upright, this is quick action. This is fast motion. Okay, this is rash decision even, all right? This is go, go, go. You get this. Reversed. I want to point out to you, when this card is reversed on this art, where does that lightning strike go? Back to the ground, where you need to be. Grounded. Take it slowly. Slowly. Please. Whatever you do with this, investigate. Rationalize. Be pragmatic. Be practical with this. Yes, it's a wand, but what can we do with it that's not necessarily magical? Have we thought of all the angles before we go off on this new adventure? Do we have all the information we need? If we don't, where do we get it? How? What questions to ask? What books need reading? Right? Things like this. And that's for you, my friend. I really like this version of the General over the 3 card. For anyone watching, again, you're welcome to steal this. I know the 3 card typically comes from growth. I like to leave this in your hands just a tad. 2 is that duality, that polarity, okay? It indicates a decision in most cases. Some action needs to be taken. We are currently among the living. I wish to remain that way. As we are, you still get to play the game, get to spin the wheel, if you will. What do you want to do with it? I ask you. What's that? Will I be available today after the stream? Likely not. We're probably going to be reducing availability. I'm glad you asked. While I am around, I am available. I am not meant to just be on a whim. I have a question, okay? And it turns into a 30-minute, hour-long engagement. That's time of my life I don't get back. So after the stream, likely not, no. But tomorrow, likely, yeah. If you catch me on Discord, you're welcome to send me a message. But moving forward, I'll not be doing... I'm happy to do a private spread for you, talk a little bit, right? But if we're going to get into some deep dive, that's session work. That's a fee. Schedule time with me. I wish it did not come to this, but it is becoming apparent that my good faith and will are being taken advantage of to a degree. So yes, feel free, shoot me your message. I'm happy to look. But please make it brief. Do not turn this into a which one of these or which one of those, or help you investigate. Some answers we must seek out for ourselves. I cannot unturn every stone for you. I got you. Like I said, shoot me a message. You're welcome to. But after the stream is over, I'm very likely going to bed. So, depending on what you want to talk about, absolutely. Okay. Did we have more questions for cards or no? Okay. Let me know. And if you want to message me and it's something to talk about, now is the best time to message me while I'm still here. I can pull up Discord, I don't mind. Not for everybody, I will read it in private, obviously, but... Yeah, just to make that abundantly clear, I'm not trying to tell y'all don't approach me when I'm not streaming. But please don't approach me with what is seemingly a simple question that now takes me an hour that I do not get back. I do not get paid for. I get nothing out of this when it was meant to be free time to read, to learn, to adjust things, to make our space better. You know, that takes away from all of us. And I hate to be arrogant and rude about it, but it takes away from me primarily. I offer this all to you for free. Just a reminder. Speaking of, it's ad time, which we will get out of the way, and then we will get to Anna's reading, okay? So, please, get up, have a snack, hang out, but don't watch the ad. Do something else. Anything. Stretch. Tell someone you love them, even yourself. Okay? I too. Perfect, Anna. Beautiful. I too am going to step away for just a sec. Be right back. Okay, hi, we're back. Thank you for waiting. This video is immediately going down the minute the VOD goes up, by the way. This is not how I want some of this information released. I will be making videos about some ethics, some standards, okay? As well as covering some of the topics we've covered here today, but unfortunately, when asked point blank about these things, there's the answer in short form. It does not give me the opportunity to explain in full. I don't think anybody on the back end can see this. You can see how many videos are up, but in the span of a month, I've accrued damn near 200 hours of streaming time. That's a lot. A whole lot. Okay? While we're here in the chair, the idea is to read for you guys, right? To impart some knowledge, to share thoughts, right? Explore topics. We absolutely do that here. When I'm not on the stream, that's supposed to be time for me to just live and exist as well, but to learn. Where to go from here? Okay. As I do not know the extent and don't need to, so we're very clear. We need 4 questions for security, the home, and tarot, okay? 4 cards, the house, 4 pillars, 4 walls, etc. So, we're struggling with some bad news. And we just want advice, okay? Come on, man. Do these work for you? As you can see, these can be modified on the fly. If 4 is not enough, tell me. We can add, remove. Oh, well. It's literally my brain and fingers move at 2 very different speeds. Cool. Same deck. Just in case anyone hasn't seen it. The Wild Unknown Tarot. I don't work for any of these people. I'm not trying to tell you this is the one. You gotta have this one, but pretty fucking cool. Just saying. My only problem with this, well, I have 2 really, I guess, but I'm not a big fan of the decks that use the alternative system where they flip 8 and 11 with strength and justice. All it does is modify where at in the hero's path you are, but it's just preference, really. Okay. But aside from that, some of the art on here is not, you really got to use your creative brain. If you don't know what these mean, without a book, it's going to be a challenge for you, right? This deck uses deers and elks and crows and daughters and sons and stuff. It just gets mildly confusing till you get used to it. Your 4 cards. The root of the problem, as we can see it. The unseen impact it is having. Here's your daughters. An action to take now to help you get back into alignment with yourself. Potential outcome. Alrighty. So, Son of Swords, Daughter of Cups, 10 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. 3 of which are reversed. I love that we were just talking about this, but yeah. Sons are the princes, the knaves, the pages, okay? All right. Daughters, same thing, just princess, if you will. All right. 10 of Wands. We'll pull all these up in a moment. I just want to show you those. Okay. This is an author that also I have a disagreement with about what the 10 of Wands means. To me, at least. Ace of Pentacles. These are your 4 pillars before we go any further. Some grounding and some realignment on your spread with some additional love and some moon. Yeah. I wasn't going to say nothing. I know you're busy. So, Son of Swords. Reversed, Daughter of Cups. Just want to point out here, this deck references both of them as she's. Okay? Tarot doesn't care what your gender is. Neither do I. It didn't in the beginning. It only does later due to modern society, unfortunately. This is your only upright card, which I find very interesting. Pentacles, you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The root of the problem as we can see it. The Page of Swords is somebody on a brand new, they're royalty, okay? The prince, the princess, excuse me. Snuck up on me. You can't see that. But you can see this, I think. Yeah, that's better. There you go. This is somebody who would be on the path to knighthood, on the path to their own kingdom, for instance. Okay. As this is reversed, swords are of the mind. All right. This should be someone, sword in hand, but obviously they don't have the wisdom yet. They don't have the knowledge, the experience of walking the path to being a knight yet. So, instead of using logic as brute force in this path, we must approach it with reason and logic. Okay? Truly. There are forces here at play that I don't mean this as an insult, but they just may have you outwitted. Okay? Completely. Things you just cannot see. Okay? But the path forward that we're taking, we're being a tad too headstrong, this would imply, okay? The unseen impact that it's having, I argue, is quite seen to you. Is another, but in this case, lovingly, this deck, you approach with, God, and I mean this in no specific sexualized way, okay? You're charging in like just a super strong buff guy who's real dumb, basically. Right? But the effect it is having on you, and I say, I don't want to make this about sex, because you get a son attitude and a daughter result of what's happening. This is affecting the princess. Okay? Can we take a stab at who the princess is? Yeah? Maybe? This is upright, what it should be. Look at that beautiful reflection. And instead, we are but a shadow of ourselves. Okay? Cups are emotions. We fill them with love from ourselves, from others, from the world, and in general. Right now, your cup, in this case, spilleth over, but not in a good way. It is being dumped out either by you or by this. And I say by you because I do not know your role in the scenario. I don't even know the scenario, but obviously this is tearing you apart. This should be what we all should be. Brand new, heart open to clinking cups with each other. Whatever you want to define that relationship with it as, romantically, professionally, platonically, it does not matter. Okay? I'm sorry to see this is hurting you. Indeed. The path forward, though, is where we start to see a little illumination. The action to take now, okay? What do we do now about this? We be pages no longer. Accept some knight in your life, and that's Knight. You've got some armor to put on, meaning some wisdom, some knowledge. Equip it. Use it. Rather, thinking perhaps we know more than we really do. Okay? This card in terms of this artist, this is one artist. This is common belief in tarot. I feel much differently about this card. I like to sum this card up. The way is shut. Okay, you can see all the wands just blocking your path. I disagree with the result, the ending, an incomplete translation. The way is shut because we must go back to the beginning. I'm so glad that I put more love on the table for that card specifically. We go back to the beginning of the path. Make a new wand. You've got 10 in this art. 10 new wands here, new staffs, same thing, okay? These are all in relation to the soul's fire, right? You got 10 of them here. We've learned. Whether it's a lot or a little, it does not matter. It's armor nonetheless. Plastic, wood, metal, I don't care. It's still armor. Better than nothing. So we take this back to the city, start again. Fresh, but wiser. Okay? Very important. 2 parts to that. Take the knowledge, now utilize it, but start over. Do it again, but better. No problem. So, servers are probably, it's Friday night. This is like peak hours for people, so I'm sure things are getting slowed down. My monitor turns off as I say that, so yes. We put the moon stone on your Ace of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed, your potential outcome, okay? This is kind of a strange card for you to get. Instead of receiving some material beginning, this is effectively telling you, stop making new material beginnings. Start making true connections in this world. Okay? No more focus on whatever this thing is for you. Trying to manifest this and force it and all that. We can let that go. Okay? We can reinvest our energy and our thoughts, our time, somewhere meaningful. All right? Again, I have no idea what this is in regard to, but if you have any questions here, let me know. Sorry the stream is delayed, y'all. Can you tell I'm from the Southwest? Hooey, boy. Yeehaw, dude. Anna, I'm just sitting here waiting to make sure we don't have questions or anything like that. It's okay. Yes. Yes. Notice your action and the result are 2 competing symbols here. Wands, soul's fire. Pentacles, the material world. This is no longer the focus. This is. And in particular, this. This is you here. This is your thought process. This is you right now. We should be this. Okay? All right. This I cannot reverse for you, but this I absolutely can send back to you the way I would like to see it for you. But this we leave alone. This should be your house here, not your prison. So yes, Anna, to answer your question. I like this song. I love it. We get very calming music for you. This song is called Continuum, by the way. .wav. Yeah, you're very, very welcome. It's literally what I live for. I hate that I even have to talk about the boundaries we're having to set here, because literally I have almost zero free time. None. I'm working on this. I'm working in it. I'm doing something related to it. You know, I have got to take time for me. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I will be but a shadow of myself those days. Real brief, quick, hi, how are you streams? Anybody around? No? Great. Take off. I'll hang out if someone comes, but that, you know, otherwise, those are going to become me days. I thank you for your help tonight. I reverse your card to you and put it at the top of your spread. Okay? Oops. I've got to do something better for the mic situation. It's getting a little old, bumping into it every time. But, challenge for another day. Do some grounding exercises if you do those at all, Anna. Meditate a bit. Recenter with the nervous system completely before we make any big decisions or before we even approach any big ticket items thought-wise, okay? I send that back to you digitally and physically, but with one minor change. Let's stand you up, please. Dust you off a little. You're good, right? You're okay. Yeah, you're okay. Nobody's gonna get that. I can't remember where I was. God. I watched a little kid fall, you know? But I'm aware with children when they fall, right? It's better to laugh and right? Not to tell them that it's, you know, that doesn't hurt or anything like that, but their reaction, the way they grow up with taking a spill is greatly altered if we can just, you know, be lighthearted about it, but instead of, oh my God, or, you know, we gotta take you to the hospital, he's gonna die kind of mentality. And instead just giggle about it. But I saw this happen, and that's what this parent was doing. But he, just in such a nonchalant way, watched his kid just take a gnarly spill on a skateboard. And the kid's like leaning on his knee, grabbing, you know, but looks up to see if dad's looking. And this guy just looks at his kid. You okay? Yeah, you're okay. Doesn't even acknowledge it. And this kid's face went from about to just be in total mental breakdown to just like, yeah, I am okay. Gets up, walks away. No further nonsense about it. Genius. And that may be part of our problem, my love. This guy here, okay? This is a gift. It is not a curse. In it, there is pain and love, and strife and all sorts of beauty. But this is our gift. We get to do this. Okay? There is a famous poem that I like very much but cannot remember in its wholeness. But it is effectively for fallen soldiers. Remember me, for we cannot see that which we fought for. You are here, and we are nowhere near. Remember me. Okay? Every moment we have truly is a gift, an opportunity. How that turns out, okay? Not always good, not always bad. All right? It's just life. That's all. What we must remember is to keep doing what I'm doing on the screen here and not becoming this. This person, this figure in this, where are they staring? The past. In this position, notice there's nothing to hold this person on this wheel, but they're on it. They're not being run over by it. There's no pavement, no ground for them to be squished against. They're just on the wheel. This guy, though, when we end up here and we stay here, we're head in the clouds, looking at the past. We don't live there. That's not life. Life's right here, happening before your very eyes. What would you like to do with either the gift you have been given or the garbage bag you have been given? I leave that to you. But this we must continue to do until we can no more. Not electively, meaning it's just our time to be done on the wheel, totally. The long dirt nap. Okay, keep doing this, please. Part of this pain, I want you to reframe in your brain, what is it trying to teach you? What is it preparing you for that you don't even know is coming yet? All right? The seed may not look very pretty, but man, it might make a beautiful tree. Have we found that out yet? No? How do we? Water the seed. Get a different seed. Move to a different place with entirely different earth at all. Maybe you don't like trees. Maybe you want bushes. I don't know. But that is part of the path here. Important this. Don't forget that, please. Sometimes our pain or struggles are literally lessons. You are being built up, but for what? I do not know. Okay? Hey, you send that. Take this, take this, take this, and this, and this. Take them all. For you. But hug first. Take that one first. I think you need it. I cannot hug you in the physical from where I am, but I would if I could, my dear. If I wasn't afraid of knocking this webcam over, I would hug the webcam. Maybe that's the next thing we do. We get a big giant teddy bear in here so I can stand up and go to another camera and give it a hug. That it's for you. We'll consider this, all right? I would do it digitally, but it's going to come out real weird. Super weird. I hope I say your name right. Hello, Pooja. Is it Pooja? Or just Pooja? I'm sorry, Anna. Truly. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name, Pooja, but hello, how are you, my friend? Anna, we're around. I don't send the link to this for no reason. It's just a way for you to keep in touch with us, that's all. Okay? If you want to, you're welcome to join. I'm in there. You're able to message me as time allows. I can reply. Obviously, while we're on the stream, if I'm able, absolutely, let's talk. But otherwise, I do exist outside of this. My old tirade about time was absolutely, Pooja. That's why we're here. How may I help you? Just in case you need some understanding about what's going on here, we do runes here. We do osteomancy. We do oracle cards, tarot, Lenormand cards, okay? Pretty much any source of information that I can find that might help us with some unseen information. Ways to lift ourselves up. I like to seek the higher self here. That is the best version of you. Unfortunately, YouTube does not have a working, and for me at least, bot that I can use to give you guys a cue. So, you'll just have to yell and scream at me in YouTube that you would like a reading. I have a bunch of pre-built stuff. I don't know what your question pertains to particularly, but over here, this is just a whole mess of spreads, okay? All sorts of stuff. Many different topics. What may I help you with? Some career guidance. What about your career? Unfortunately, I reversed this question to you. Career stuff, depending on what you want to know. We don't live in the past. The future is unknowable. We can ask, but I cannot confirm any validity to it. It is the reason we have the butterfly here. In fact, a butterfly can fart tomorrow and change all of this. So, here are some ideas for a career pull for you. Tell me if any of them resonate. Career snapshot, work and worth, progress check, a little mini life purpose, a mirror for self-mastery, a decision clarifier. Okay. We have some that we have from Labyrinthos. These are their spreads, not mine. But just in case, just to make the point, I had no career spreads. All right. This question always circles back immediately to what do you like to do? Because we must find it. Hi, Jess. We will get to your question in just a minute. I have to... Oh, I can't even do that. We are doing a reading, potentially, for Pooja at the moment. And then we can discuss if you would like. I will warn you now, Jess, just reading your question, this is something that you must decide. I would not take the advice from tarot on this. But we can ask what my guides can see and what their opinion of it is. Just keep in mind. Okay. Pooja, if you're still with us, let me know if any of those resonate with you, okay? I'm not entirely sure what type of career question you have. Competitive exams, okay. We can ask Jess. I just want to make that very clear. This is a guess at best. How this impacts you and depends on what exactly the questions are. You have a couple, but when will you get a government job? Unfortunately, this is a future question. The day you get a job, you get a government job when you start looking for one. You take the necessary steps to obtain it. You're asking for microscopic information from someone who has cosmic binoculars at best and is 200 light years away. Okay, we can guess at this, but it does not serve you. What is more helpful to you right now is what steps can you be taking now to make sure you get a government job? Okay, such as this. The original intent or action that began this cycle, your current conditions nourishing or starving the goal, environment, mindset, or timing, and the outcome ready for harvest or lesson to compost. 3 cards, growth. Does that work for you? Let me know, please. Jess, I just want you to take note in your question. Your last statement to me is feel more at ease. Feel more at ease. More at ease. At ease. You're already partially there. So, this is why I do not suggest we ask for yes or no's, because truly, these types of questions, you may as well leave to this. Okay? I have no idea what that said, but we must refine our question, please. Happy to help you do so. Hi, Christine. Yes, we are. It's the best way I can think of to put that, you know? We can look. I have no idea what we're gonna see, and it's smudgy at best. If at all. I am more focused on what can you do in the now to lift yourself up to achieve this goal. These are helpful to us. Did you see what we made, Christine? There he goes. Fart in the wind. Smells like roses, I think. I imagine butterflies farts smell like roses, but I don't know. Just the happiest little butterfly ever. It would appear. Pooja, are you still with us? Let me know. Depending on stream activity, truly, will determine how long we're staying tonight. If no one's here, everybody's out, no one needs help, I'll take off. give it till about 10 o'clock, I figure, to make our decision. But I do want to make sure I'm available. Kind of hard to ask me questions if I'm not here to show you the live poll and explain everything. So, you know. Right now it is 9:13 in the evening. Yes. Mountain Standard Time here. I am supported by the move, but I feel a tug in both directions. Okay. Which one to you appears to be the best outcome? I'm happy to pull you a path A, path B, outcome A, outcome B. Just realize it is totally future. Do not take any of this. It's just got to be a total face value. And very likely you will not get the definitive answer that you're looking for. Just a fair warning. We can ask. Why? What time is it where you are? Wait, no, I know this. 8 p.m. I remember some stuff. Let me know what you think, Jess. Yes. That's the only reason I know that. I just remember you're in Vegas. Because I remember when I found that out. I was like, wow. Figures. I move away from cool people that do this too. I just moved back to Arizona after being in Vegas for, Jesus, 2-3 years, something like that. I don't even know, honestly. How do we learn to embrace change would be an excellent question for you then. Would you like a custom spread around that? Because that, to me, is more useful than anything. Would this work for you? Oh, you already said yes, please. Well, I'm sitting here blabbing away. Let's pull. Being that you are asking a very serious question, this deck here, I call 9. It is my surgeon. She's very blunt. Here to work. Conflict of the heart, my dear, as we are cutting the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Heartbreak and conflict is our fear before we even go any further. These are not cards I've pulled in your spread yet, but those are just part of the message. Okay, I'll pull them up later. So, Jess, what is the root of this fear of change? Queen of Pentacles, upright. How can I release it? We're going to do this way. Ace of Wands reversed. Potential outcome. Knight of Cups, upright. Ready? Let's discuss, please. I want to start here, but we'll talk about that. Queen of Pent, yes. You're here and directly related to your spark, your passion. I made it into like a little pillar, okay? So forgive me, so we can see everything. Your first card, the root of the sphere. I am going to argue this is you. Here. All right. You look around the world in its current state and there's happiness in it. There are things you are surrounded by that you are proud of, whether this be material, pentacles, by the way, earth, material, okay? The physical, money, etc. You see your gold stars, all right? This is, God, so cute to me, because this just shows your innocence, okay? You are not necessarily wanting for any of this. It's just happening. And just like the art on this card, all you can do right now is see what you've already got in your very hands right now. We're afraid to walk away from this. Who wouldn't be? Okay? However, in order to grow, sometimes we must stifle a certain passion of ours. Okay? We must set ourselves, our goals, aside sometimes, put them on hold in order to achieve some new goal, something that was completely unforeseen. Okay? We cannot view this as starting over. This is not some brand new wand. Yes, there are changes, obviously, but you're still you. Right? Deep down in there, yes, you will change from this. You will evolve from it, learn from it. But you're still you. It is your destiny. You hold the wand, not someone else. So I say again, which of these looks more appealing to you? If we can understand this, instead of viewing this as being whisked away by some other knight who perhaps is too headstrong, such as one with the swords and of the mind, who just charges off into battle, we get the Knight of Cups. We are in control of our emotions. Okay? The Knight of Cups is probably, what do the kids say today? The kids, I'm 38. Still feels like kids. Thank you, Christine. This knight has riz, but in my mother tongue, they are very charismatic and loving and romantic. They return you to your base self, but with a little more romance in the heart, readiness for new adventure. Look at this guy. What's he doing? Even his horse bows to you. Okay? This is the knight everyone in fairy tales wants to get picked up by. This one. Okay? In some decks, he's gilded in flowers. Alright? He's just sexy. But even then, he's not just good looking. Sharp mind, in touch with our emotions. Okay? This, though, right here, this is the fight for you. We are afraid of what this new path brings. We must find a way to release this. This right here is not some call out that you're never gonna be you again. Okay? I hate all of the millennial terms anymore. My God. Some of them are very funny, but there's already a full word. And I understand the argument. If I say something and you understood what I said, I don't care. We invented this beautiful language. Please use it. It's gorgeous. Right? Charisma. Delicious. Delightful. Rolls off the tongue. Very sleek and sexy like. Charisma. I want to talk to that lover. Okay? Not Riz. It's a rapper's name, effectively. Uh-oh. Somebody said a bad word. I'm not sure what you just typed, Jess, but unfortunately, I got everything in the chat redacted, so. Oh, they say retracted. I say redacted. Fine. We have already violated some policy, it would appear. That would be very funny. But I don't think so. Whatever you were trying to say, Jess, if you're still here, we're going to have to find another way. Reword that, please, I guess. Let me know, please. Otherwise, hello everybody. Let's see what's happening in the world. But yes, hi. Friday night, everybody. Friday night indeed. How are we? I used to. I was probably already a multitude of adult beverages in at this point. In my opinion, I have no idea, my dear. I wish I could answer this for you, but this is truly something you must discover for yourself. I would argue, you just off what you've given me, no cards involved here, okay? Nothing. Just based off what you have told me, if you recall, when I first started speaking with you, I asked you to read a sentence you said back to yourself. More at ease. More at ease. At ease. You appear to have, from what I can tell just by the way you speak, one of these options is very appealing. It's just mildly uncomfortable, or extremely, I'm not sure. This is why I tell you I truly cannot provide you with the right answer. I'm sorry. There are other channelers out there who may tell you that they can. I am here to tell you they cannot. Just my opinion, but that is not what we are for or do. I will not say, yes, do it, right? I want to encourage you all day, but what I encourage you to do is look within yourself. Venn diagram this scenario. Which list has more positives to you? Do that one. I will also follow that up. You get this, in this life, you get this opportunity, perhaps a few times, to make some drastic change. Is it worth it to you? I am sorry I cannot answer that question for you, but that is your will. You can step off or stay on it as you like. Okay? In my opinion, if you're even entertaining this as an idea, you want to move, okay, and that appealed to you even slightly, do it. You've already heard the call of gulls, my dear. The question is, do you ignore it? The adventure is here. Do you want it? My only word of caution is, like I said, you get these opportunities a few times in your life, most of us. So, I don't know. I don't know. Yes, absolutely. I don't know all the surroundings. I don't know the details. I implore you, speak to someone who is very close to you that may know more, right? That knows you truly better. I have, my information here. Right? I do not mean to push you away or anything like that, but I truly I don't know. That's why I don't use this thing to mock anybody, okay? I just hope that's very clear. But this is that type of question. Do you think Jess will be happy with the move if she learns to change with it? If you are a she, excuse me. What does it say? As I see it, yes. I'm going to move this very slowly so you can see, okay? Probably upside down, but there's the 8 balls answer, That's effectively the type of question this is, unfortunately. This is beyond my power. I will say, if you wish, you see the divination method, it is no secret. Go get yourself a deck. Ask about your own future. I cannot do that. I will not do that. To a degree. Not something life-changing like this. Absolutely not. I hope you will understand. We seek the higher self in the now. The future is unknowable. Which is why I keep throwing this one up, okay? This is the butterfly farting. What do butterflies eat? Flowers, sugar water, okay? I imagine their farts smell like roses, but I have no idea. The point of this, a butterfly can fart tomorrow and change everything I've just told you. It is therefore null and void, in both the now and then. I have offered you temporary happiness, but at what cost? I don't want to find that out. I don't think you want to either. Kitty EXC, I see you. I can ask, I am willing to, but again, I offer this to you just as a courtesy. We can ask, but truly, this does not serve you. I understand the great want here. My power lay here, now. If any power, okay? This is why I don't enjoy doing the what does X person think of me? Ask them, right? I cannot know that. The cards might give us an answer, it might be completely valid. Does that serve you in the now, truly? I'm more concerned, why are you so concerned with what this person thinks of you? Why do they have this shackle around you? How do we release that? So you can just be you and be happy. What steps can we take? What actions do we not see that are possible? Things like this. Mildly confusing, I'm sure, for most people that come for a tarot reading, because you have sadly run in to these Cracker Jack box tarot readers, in my opinion, that do this It is hurtful, in my opinion. I do not like it. I return these cards to you, Jess. Okay, so you may have that energy back. Just remember, out of all of this, 2 important pieces of information you are given here. Who you already are, okay, and who this wants you to become. Romanticize the wheel, the change in life, rather than fear it. Okay? I don't know if you do any sort of meditation or groundwork whatsoever. I would strongly encourage it for you. All right? Meaning, breathe in, meditate. We cheat ourselves in life by assuming that we don't meditate. Everybody does. You ever focused really hard on a certain problem, and I mean real hard, just sat in silence with it? That's meditation. It's just, unfortunately, it is reactive meditation. It is not us actively setting the intention to just let everything go. For now. That's not why we sat down in the space, right? We sat down so we can attempt to just center ourselves before we make any giant leap, any big decision. We can take every possible note that we may need, look at this from all angles if possible, without being overly analytical. Okay? Then we make a decision. I understand, Jess. I completely understand. If, like I said, you use the tools available to you. Venn diagram. I know it sounds cheesy. Try it. Pros and cons list. Try it. Truly write them down. I always say write them down, but save a piece of paper if you want, if that's your thing. Yeah. Really, really look at those. Which one weighs more to you? Okay? And I wish you the best of luck. We linked our Discord earlier in the chat. That is just a place for you to join if you wish to keep in touch. You have other questions. There's a whole community of others there. Okay? Some people have more information than I do about totally different topics that may be of benefit to you, so. But truly, I wish you the best of luck. I hope it goes in your favor. There's nobody here for Twitch, so time for ad to get it out of the way. Don't watch the ad. We'll be right back. I'm still going to sit here and talk. Subscribers do not see ads on Twitch. It's just as part of the system. Jess, if you're still here, I can pull a Lenormand for you as well. Just a generic message. If you've never seen Lenormands, they're kind of like tarot cards. They've got little figures on them. Not the card up top, but this art down here. Okay. We pull 2 cards. It's got just a generic message for you. Would you like that? Afterward, I can even pull a rune for you if you want. Runes just give us real quick messages, okay? You bet. We'll run the full gamut. After that, we'll give you an oracle as well, okay? I have no questions here, right? We don't typically, for me at least, we don't ask questions of these. We just ask, what would you like to tell us? Okay? Here's our fairy tale music as we step into this. This is just so you can see I do real pulls. I don't mess with your cards. Other than when I have to flip them. You get Whip Lily. Okay? Whip Lily. if you go to the Discord in one of the channels, I have shared this whole document for anyone else who might need it. So you can quickly search. And we put whip plus lily. Well, I did not know that's what it meant. I hope you can read that. We're all adults here, yes. This is sexual passion. Again, I have no idea what your situation is. It is none of my business to begin with. But there you go. Just a generic message for you. I have no idea what that means, nor do I need to. Truly. None of my damn business. This is, future stuff. That's the other unsaid part of it. Now I potentially know these things that I truly should not. It's not like they haunt me at night, but then I gotta sit here and stare at you, after the fact. You okay over there? Everything all right? Think so. Okay. Good. Glad. Moving on. This gets a little loud. Some people apparently like this, so I'm moving it far away from the mic. Hopefully it doesn't demolish your eardrums. Okay. Tell me if it does. We just mix these up. Okay, you see one fell out there? Simple as that. There's your room. Sometimes I have to sit here and shuffle and wait till one sticks in my hand or whatever. This is your room. I believe this one is Laguz, but we will look it up. But so you can see it, this is the room. They are Proto-Germanic, which is just basically old style Norse, all right? But we got our whole list over here of our meanings while I still learn them. Laguz, I am remembering things. Ooh, daddy like. Laguz, flow. All right, this is water. We have an additional with some more info. Intuition, emotion, dreams, and fears. Okay? Again, just a general message of kind of what's going on for you, that's all. After that, this is our Oracle deck. Star Codes Astro Oracle by Heather Rowan Robbins. It is super rad. They are a tattoo artist, which explains why this book, why this deck and its art are absolutely astounding. You want to know who I envy? Real artists. I cannot draw to save my life. And these people just create so much out of nothing. It's amazing. But for this, just a quick shuffle. I know it's a big old whole deck, right? Well, don't worry. We only need one card. I would also just like to remind everybody we are presently in dual retrograde, meaning some of our planets are pulling on us a little weird. So, single card. Don't care about upright, doesn't matter. Your card is transits. Its keyword is climate. Number 55 in this deck. Okay? Just want you to see the art real quick because they are too pretty to not show on the big camera. Alright? Now, until I learn this massive book from start to finish, which is going to take some time, I gotta go look up what it is because there is a lot here. A whole lot. Transits. Climate. Read that top bit there. Changing states. Wonder what this could be about. Action. This situation is in flux, and the surrounding conditions are changing. Stay alert. Stay aware. and be ready to respond to incoming dangers and opportunities. Some people are moving in, others are leaving. New opportunities open and old chapters close. Listen to the grapevine for changes in personnel or economic conditions. You are not in control of these elements, but you can make the most of these changes and dance with fate. Your challenge. Wild cards are in play. You are not in control of who or what now brushes your life, and that can be scary. Your gift. Even though life is an ever-moving circus and you do not control the people and events transiting your life, know that you are in complete control of your response to the transit. Choose wisely. That does not go in the past. That goes right in the middle, in the now, for you. Okay. Wow, I never shovel like that anymore. That's odd. I hope that has been illuminating for you in some capacity. Yes, this is why I talk about the now. I do not claim to be some god or in touch with some being or whatever, okay? Something out there speaks through me. That is it. That is all. All right? Period. End of story. I don't know what you want to call it. It really doesn't matter. Okay? I have signed my contract. I am here to speak for them. That is all. On your behalf. Thank you for allowing me to do so. I hope this has been informative for you. I know it is not what you came for originally. C'est la vie, mon chéri. Whoa. Where can this live? Can it go here without ruining everything? Maybe? Yes, good, great, grand, wonderful. No yelling on the bus. I hope that was helpful. It doesn't matter. We need to fix the color of the chat, I think. Something else. You're very welcome, Jess. I'm glad to be of service. 'Tis what I live for. Okay. Oh, those reads give me literal goosebumps every time. I don't know why that surprises me. They happen all the time, but every time. Every single time, without fail. That's why we have this little guy. So, that being said, by the look of it, we're going to be wrapping stream up. I know it's a short one. Fridays going forward, when I have things more in place, will be likely to go on until like 2 a.m. Alright? So, that said though, we got maybe, let me see here. yeah, I gotta take off at 10, it would appear. So, who's with us? Before we get hit with another ad, okay, we got like 19 minutes. I am more than happy to hang out just in case somebody comes before then. Going forward, Fridays will be rather long streams, but at nighttime. 6:30-ish, somewhere around there to question marks. Saturdays, I will stream later in the afternoon, likely. Just depending on involvement from the community will determine if we stay on long or we take off and I read a book. Try to learn some stuff for you guys. And for me. But the point is to bring it here to you, but I have to learn it first. I seriously have books and books and books and books I must read. But I must allow myself that time. So, I think we're able. I've never done this. That one's friggin' cool. I've never seen a spider. How neato. I think we're... God, there's so few of us. I was gonna say we could raid another channel, but, you know. Starry, I see you. Couldn't tell you. I wonder if that is a real spider that somebody went through and digitally like green screened out, you know. Or just used an actual green screen would be much smarter, but still, very curious. This song again. I like this one. It's a good one. Yes, Jess, if you can see the messages, if you're still here. No, it's just us, I think. All that talk of wrapping up. Everybody's gone, cool. Screw this guy. Good. Go watch someone who's still streaming, you know? In fact, our viewer count just hit 0, I believe. Sure did. So, we're going to take this opportunity to thank everyone for coming. Okay? Appreciate it a whole bunch. Just in case it's not clear, I stream often using tarot, oracle, Lenormand, really any esoteric source you can think of to help seek the higher self. We're going to sign off for this evening. I will catch you guys all in the next stream, and I hope you all have a lovely Friday night. Bye-bye for now.